he's so mad about? They'll digitally erase his organ when they air the footage.
God damn it, what is my problem? I was this close to reconciliation and I blew up at her. And where am I going to the fucking mall of all places? No, as a matter of fact, no, I'm not. I'm going home.
Look, the safest place for you to be right now is at the mall. No press will think to look for you here. Hide in plain sight.
Just shut up. You know what? This is all your fault this happened anyway, you and your 15 minutes of fame.
Get a grip, for God's sake. Did you ever stop to think that maybe the relationship wasn't on firm ground to begin with? Hey! You know, it couldn't have been that strong if she breaks up with you over something stupid like getting her shot at.
Hey.
I love the smell of commerce in the morning.
See, now, by eliminating all that stuff, we had to eliminate the entire plot thread of the near assassination, which I remember the big thing that bothered me about that is we had been in the Entertainment Weekly summer preview.
Yeah,
and they mentioned it. They talked about, you know, the mistaken assassin identity, blah, blah, blah. And here we were cutting this thing. As it turns out, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But by virtue of the fact that we lost all that stuff, we had to tailor the rest of the movie. So in here, what, 2 shots that are actually in the movie?
Yeah, 2 shots. 2 of these shots are actually in the film because there was no way you could cut them out because they happened within sequences that didn't really have coverage.
So we wound up looping.
Yeah.
Or dialogue replacement.
And here you'll see the original dialogue that refers back to that opening you just watched, and 2 of these never even made the film, including some more Ben Affleck footage.
A little more Ben Affleck stuff.
And a little more Ethan Suplee footage. So here's 4 quick clips, which we call the, hey, didn't I see you on CNN
The
clips.
erased threads.
Yes, that refer back to that assassination.
The excellent one is on here, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So you'll see there's a very bad loop in the movie of Jason Lee saying excellent when they meet Jay and Silent Bob, and you'll see what was really said.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense, so here you go.
Willem!
Get out here, you poopy trim. Brody, man, what's going on? What, do you work here now?
Oh, man, just hanging with TS.
Oh, TS. I saw you on TV. I think it was on Baywatch.
CNN, Willem.
Oh, yeah, didn't you kill the Pope or something?
I got a musket tangled in my girlfriend's hair, for Christ's sake.
Oh.
Look at these 2, $10 as they're trying to figure out which one they're gonna bury up to its neck and run over with a lawnmower. Hey, Jay!
Brody, man, noochies. And holy shit, what do we have here, Mr. America's Most Wanted himself?
Got a musket tangled in my girlfriend's hair.
Ex-girlfriend.
What's he doing?
You know something? You look familiar to me.
Couldn't be. I'm never at the mall much.
Oh, it's not from the mall. I know. You're the guy from the news that kidnapped the president's daughter and threw her off the roof.
I got a musket tangled in my girlfriend's hair, for Christ's sake. Understanding is reached only after confrontation. That's what Miss Ivana said, right? So Brandy will respond to confrontation.
Hey, man, didn't I see you on CNN?
Oh, what the hell's your problem anyway? You're supposed to be the impetuous one here, not me. Why are you fighting me on this?
What the hell happened to those guys?
They got lightheaded.
You got that right.
Oh, so what? They gonna cancel the show?
What do you care?
I'm supposed to be on it. I'm Gil Hicks, suitor number 3.
We're gonna take their place. I'm T.S. Quinn. This is Brody Bruce.
Hey, didn't I see you on the news?
Look, dude, don't give him any shit, all right?
Something's going on here. Where's Mr. Svenning?
Mr. Svenning has come down with a sudden case of diphtheria. What happened to those 2?
They got sick. We volunteered to take their place.
Isn't this guy from Monmouth State? Him and that crazy broad tried to kill the governor?
Yes, it is. All right, Quint. I don't know how you got back in here, but I'm alerting Mr. Svenning, and we'll postpone the start until we figure this all out. You called down the thunder. Well, now you got it. Security.
Roddy.
What?
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ, you knocked him out.
No, it him.
Somebody call security? What happened to those 2?
Well, they got stoned and knocked this guy out. I think he needs medical attention.
That's not what. How?
Yeah, could you have this guy removed? You know, this show's about to start.
This sequence is probably best known as the stink palm sequence, but if you watch the final cut of the film, Svenning launches right into his attack on TS, and in this version there's more of a build-up to that attack, and there's also some different dialogue between Brody and Mr. Svenning that again refers back to some sequences that got cut earlier in the film.
And in fact, it's in the finished film, or the film, the theatrical version,
there's a bit
at
of
one
weeping.
point Svenning refers to Brody as his neighbor. He says, well, if it isn't my neighbor, and that was in reference to the opening footage that you've seen already, where Brody refers to himself as the neighbor on the lawn with the TV news reporter. So that we couldn't lift out, and we just said, let it go. And nobody would really pick up on it, which they didn't.
So anyway, here's the original version of that sequence.
Go shop. Go shop. It's a mall.
Somebody said you wanted to see me?
Yes, Quint. Yes, I did. You know, I'm feeling a little less frazzled now, so I thought maybe we might chat.
Chat?
Yes.
All right, look. I realized that the other night didn't exactly go very well for you. And I realized I'm to bear most of the blame.
Hey, it's just a grant that would have enabled the station and myself to make the leap into syndication viable programming, leaving me no choice but to peddle this show to the network execs and beg for a job.
For that, I'm sorry. But to penalize Brandy and our relationship, for that, I mean, come on, isn't there any other way?
Oh, afraid not, no.
I mean, I can't exactly ask Brandy to marry me.
Marry you? Marry you?
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna ask her to marry me when we got to Florida.
Quint, I accept the fact that you no doubt fucked my daughter. The two of you have been dating long enough for you to have slimed your way into her panties, and I'm sure you did just that, at least once or twice in my own house. Probably while I was at home. And I mean, the idea of that used to keep me awake nights, but now you give me something even worse to think about. Brandy has a bright future. She is an extremely intelligent and capable girl, and I'm sure that one day she will be even more successful than me. Maybe. But you, on the other hand, have absolutely no ambition. And no chance of making it in the real world. My daughter is too good for you. You will never, ever be with her. Because you are valueless. So, if there isn't anything else.
Hey, fellas.
Well, if it isn't my neighbor. Have you been watching my family conduct any more of our satanic rituals lately?
Please, sir, accept my apology for my juvenile behavior.
You know, with an imagination like yours, you belong in TV.
Oh, that's your forte, sir, and you do it so well. So, what's going on here?
Oh, well, T.S. and I were just discussing a few of his lesser points.
Of which he does have many. Hey, look at that ring. What is that?
That is my junior college class ring, cum laude 69.
Oh, I also hope to cum laude one day, preferably in a 69. Say, would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel? They're a little melty, but damn are they exquisite. And if I remember correctly, you're a big pretzel fan.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, come on.
No,
They're
please.
awesome.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, good. Very nice. And, you know, being a man who believes in one good turn deserves another, I have something to offer to both of you.
Really? What's that?
Oh, well. Whoa! Whoa, what is this?
I think they're called handcuffs.
Easy, easy. Gentlemen, please. This is what is known as a precautionary measure. I couldn't risk the chance of you screwing up my career or making another play for Brandy, so once I realized the two of you were in this mall together, easy, I set up this little ambush to remove you and your sidekick here from the premises permanently.
Hey, why am I his sidekick, all right? How do you know he's not my sidekick?
Well, you know what? You two are gonna have to figure that one out between yourselves in jail. Take him away! Away, away! Yes! Woo. Oh, joyous. So good.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. Just chewing scenery. Good old Mike Rooker.
Yeah.
Next up is the last bit of
footage
that refers to the whole plot line that was cut out of the movie. And this would be footage of Brandy on the game show. Now, when people saw the movie theatrically and on video, they always highlighted or noticed the fact that the Brandy footage at one point becomes very, very dark, where she's sitting in the chair.
And her hair is different.
And her hair is a little different, and she just looks kind of overall darker. And that was because we reshot that stuff. We reshot it on an LA soundstage after we cut the opening. So this is the original footage that had to do with the plot line.
I knew it. Student number one, you just don't know when to quit, do you?
No, but you sure do. Come on, I thought you were in love.
I was, but you complicated my life.
How so?
Well, you placed me in such a damned uncomfortable position with my father. Twice, even. I mean, what was I supposed to do?
Maybe show a little backbone?
I was ready to show a little backbone. And then you had to show up with Bumbler the boy wonder over there and screw things up further, proving that you never took the situation seriously.
Boy wonder? I'm all man, lady.
I've never done anything but show interest in you. Our whole goddamn romantic career I've doted on you. And the minute things got dicey, you cracked. There we were, just mere hours away from spending an entire week together, away from our family, the school, the media, and she throws in the towel because her daddy says so.
He got us shot at by the federal authorities. He brought his troublemaker friend over to my house where he proceeded to allow news cameras to take naked videos of my father. And then he had the audacity to inform me that on this vacation that we were supposed to take, he was going to propose to me without even discussing it with me first.
We'd been talking about getting married since high school.
Well, he could have approached my father man to man and made his intentions clear. He could have apologized for all the problems that he caused. But what does he do instead? Well, he just goes on with his life. I mean, here he is. He's hanging out at a mall.
You put yourself on an auction block, for God's sake, in front of a live studio audience.
Hey, do I get a chance to field any more questions?
No!
Okay, so we cut that opening, you cut all that footage, now you had to open the film.
Yes, and this is what's known as the evolution of an opening, or a closing, such as was the case with a very quick theatrical play of MallRats. We lost the whole initial opening, so we tried many different ways to start the movie. And one was this kind of voiceover by Brody that starts ostensibly at the end of the film. And, you know, basically the movie would start and get you back to the point that started the film. There were shots of the main characters, the main people in Brody's life, and then it would
on the game show at the end.
On the game show, and then you would go through the whole movie and see the ending of the movie again. We were trying anything at this point to shorten the movie. And the other one was?
The other one was, it's very similar to what you have in the film now, but Brody tells a different story that's longer, that deals with his father.
Right, a very long joke, if you will, that Brody tells, a story about his father, and you see the food court shots and whatnot. Just a longer version of what we eventually wound up with, the cold opening.